We recently lost one of the best directors of all time.
Absolutely.
We lost David Lynch. We'll say for the record, I've said this on multiple podcasts. Me as a film director, my favorite directors were John Hughes and David Lynch. You can see how similar they are, but you can see how both world. But David really is a horrible loss for. We have our Scorsese's or Spielberg. Everybody you want to go down the list, great, but David is on that list, and he's one of a kind. There's really
he's his own category.
Yes,
there's no other director that was anywhere remotely close to what he
was. Made a movie called Drawn In. I know Ross just recently saw it. That was like my closest I could get to David Lynch. It was like 10 years ago. It's just a film score. Like you see the story and take what you want out of it. It's a messed up story, of course. But I wish at the beginning, I was like, I wanted this to be David Lynch. And I kept trying. I'm like, just stop it. It's like,
because there's only one David Lynch.
Yes, that is. Just stop it. Like I'm filming French fries and I'm putting in a movie like that's just he can do it. I can't do this. Like he can make the French fries look interesting. I can't
look incredible. Yeah, for sure.
But oh my gosh, from like Wild at Heart to the Great Blue Velvet and the big piggyback off we talked about Dune. I was very anti going to see Dune because I love his version of Dune. You want to say it's dated? I'm not going to argue, but I love how he took you into that world. And I still think Kyle's still my, he's still my Paul Atreides. He's over the nuclear.
There's a charm to it because it's dated.
Yes.
Like it feels of its era. And how ambitious was it of him? Let's adapt this with the technology we have in 1984.
And for the time, like you thought was like the greatest movie ever. I mean, once you sit on a few years, you look back, you're like, all right, this is a little, but I thought he took you to that world. I thought he did that really good justice. And I felt bad because I heard he didn't even go to the premiere because he didn't like the edit.
Yep.
This is like that. Dune was like a movie he got insulted over. He's like, this isn't my vision.
Yep. Well, studio friction, it happens a lot.
I think that was one of his larger budget films that he did have to work in the studio space for.
And good.
I was gonna say no. Eraserhead is still one. I've watched it several times now, and it's I relate to it more now as a parent. But the first time I saw it, I'm like, what the hell is this? But I'm intrigued.
Could I just stop everybody here and say, take Mulholland Drive and have someone else direct that? You're turning that off in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like David just like every bit of dialogue of every actor in there, you're kind of just, all right, what's this mean? What's next? Like, but I think you take any other director, you'd be like, this is stupid. Like, turn this off. What the hell's the point of this movie? Like he just had a way of drawing you in.
Absolutely.
Every character mattered. And what a brilliant, and he always got me. A lot of times he got me. Like, I remember at the end of Mulholland Drive, I remember I stopped. It's like, everyone just shut up. And like, I was like, I had to go in my corner and think. And I was like, all right, I don't know what happened. What happened? I had to explain to me. Like, I was
That's my favorite movie. I mean, that's my favorite moment after watching a movie is trying to internalize it,
But how spoiled are we with like just Captain Obvious, or obviously the worst about movies when you could predict the ending? Like David Lynch, you didn't know Lost Highway. Like you didn't know anything this guy was going to do next.
Nowadays, you watch a trailer and they show you the 5 main scenes, and that was the beginning. That was and they showed you the whole movie on a trailer. Nowadays, they're 10 minutes long, so you won't get that.
Could you imagine? We could stop. Maybe I'm sure David knows this. I don't know if you do, Ross. Can we just take an action beat here? Because there's this infamous story. You can look it up on YouTube. There's a lot of videos on it, and the actual David talking about this, but. George Lucas offered him Return of the Jedi. Did you guys know that?
I did know that.
I did hear that.
The story of that is just hilarious. Because you imagine if he took that on?
Dude.
What an insane Return of the Jedi that would have been.
It would have been awesome.
Yeah, it would have been.
It would have been awesome. I would have loved it.
I think he would just have been focused in Jabba's lair. Like, I could just see he would just be focusing on what's going on, like people dancing. Like, it would just be like, repeat it, like, going back to the dancing person.
Yeah, I love there's that clip of him that went viral. He's he was directing a scene, and someone was like, "Oh yeah, I just think this scene's going a little long. We might want to trim it back." And he like got pissed. He's like, "Why? No, just like who decides how long a scene needs to be? Like, shut up, and we're just doing." Like, he didn't mince words, and
No.
I think as great as he was a director, I think people forget he was really funny. He guest starred on Louis. It was a 3-episode arc where Louis was like training to be like a late night host, and David Lynch played the guy he was working with, and he had just this incredibly dry, deadpan delivery, and it's one of my favorite episodes because like he like Louis going through all this, and he's trying to impress David Lynch, and he's just not impressed, and it's hilarious that he's not.
Lynch is perfect for that.
He's good. There's a cool Saturday Night Live sketch about him where Martin Short played him, and oh my gosh, it's good because it's in black and white, and he's got the whip of the hair and everything. It's really good if you guys check it out on YouTube and all that. But I also have to say, this is more Ross for me and David here, but David had a run in Philadelphia. Yeah, he has a Philadelphia ties here. Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
I
University
didn't
of New
know
York.
that either.
Yes, and Delaware was like what was another thing. He was here for a while. He went to film school and was like, I don't need this, basically. I'm better than this. And they're like, yeah, sure. Well, he was.
Just the fact that his last name is an adjective that, this film is very Lynchian. Other than Hitchcock, I can't think of another director whose name is an adjective to describe, what a movie is like.